Hi, this is the first 10 minutes of my program, Work It Like a Pro, how any business can use content to create their own micromedia empire. This is only the first 10 minutes because that's all that LinkedIn will allow me to post. However, if you want to watch the whole thing, it is completely free. All you need to do is click on the link below, or I guess it's above on LinkedIn. Just click on the link above and register, and you can watch the whole thing. It's about 40 minutes long, well worth your time. And yeah, I'll see you on the replay, I suppose. My name is Aidan Crawford, and I am the president of Short Circuit Media. What I do is I help businesses create online experiences out of their in-person programs. This works for consultants, trainers, professional speakers, but really the principles will work for any business. And what this program is going to do is show you how to weaponize your content so that you can create your own media empire quickly and easy. And the theory is that really take lessons from the big boys like NBC and ABC and Fox and all the networks and use their tools and use their strategies to help you grow your business by creating your own micro media empire. Right now, I want you to listen and learn. And because of that, I've created a dedicated resource page at my site, shortcircuitmedia.com/pro. There is a link just appearing to your right that you can see. You can click there. On that page, you're going to see the slide deck for this program, as well as links to anything that I talk about or mention, so that you can focus really for the next 40 minutes or so on what I'm saying, rather than trying to take notes and missing stuff. So really, don't worry about that. The only thing you need to write down right now is shortcircuitmedia.com/pro, because that page is going to have everything you need in it, including a link to book 30 minutes with me for free to talk about your marketing and how you can possibly create your own micromedia empire on the cheap, which is what everybody wants to do. Now, the people I generally work with are speakers, trainers, consultants, and they work for associations and big organizations. And really, they have been impacted by the pandemic because guess what? There's no live meetings for them to work at. Now, my good friend Ed Rigsby, who you can see right here, he hates this picture and that's why I'm using it. He has a program called Selling to Associations. Ed is a certified association executive, and he actually holds a weekly Zoom call with 40 or 50 association executives from around the country. What they have told him is they're still hiring. That even with live programs, in-person programs being canceled and the shift to online, these associations still need to deliver value to their members. And they do that through education, and that is increasingly online. Now, what that means is they're not hiring or they're not flying their staff across the country to stay at expensive hotels. They're not booking ballrooms. They're not paying for food for attendees. So their costs have shrank dramatically. Here is the interesting fact. Ed has discovered that they're making money hand over fist because even though they've reduced their costs considerably and even reduced the price of admission into these programs, they're now doubling the attendance. So they have some money to spend. Now this is for speakers. So speakers and trainers and consultants want to get in front of these organizations. Really, it's important to know that just because the marketplace has shifted doesn't mean the market has dried up. You just need to adapt your platform. And the best way to do that is to demonstrate your expertise by creating content and getting that content seen by decision makers. Now, I don't care if you're a butcher, a baker, or a candlestick maker. These principles still apply. If you have clients and you have prospective clients and you want to reach out to them, creating content and demonstrating your value is the best way to do it. And I am going to show you how to do it. Now, the first thing you're going to need to do is define your audience. This is a big one that a lot of people don't really do. They open the doors to their business, their consulting firm, and they just say, I'm a consultant. I sell candles. You do whatever you want, or I'm a speaker. But they don't know who the audience is for their service or their product. So what I want to do is show you an example of how this works and how you can do it. Now, obviously, if we're going to be thinking of a brand that has universal appeal or so-called universal appeal, you'd think McDonald's. But McDonald's does not try to market to everyone. I have 4 kids and I have a wife, and before everything went sideways back when the pandemic started, we spent most of our evenings and weekends pinballing between hockey rinks and soccer fields. We are the ideal clients for McDonald's. They target people like us, busy families who are out and want inexpensive food. Now, when our kids are older and they've moved out and we can enjoy our life again, we're not going to be the McDonald's ideal client. We'll be able to go to restaurants that actually serve food at a slower rate and maybe cost that with a higher price point. That would be, we would be not their ideal client anymore, and they would not market to us. Now, that works for media as well. Now, I just said McDonald's, but MSNBC, Fox, CNN, even the CW, they don't try to appeal to everybody. They have a niche in the marketplace, and they market to that niche. And that's what I want you to do. Find out who your ideal client is, and then create content that appeals to them. MSNBC is not looking to attract the right-wing crowd. Fox News is not looking for Bernie Bros. They have identified who the avatar of their ideal client, their ideal viewer is, and they create content that appeals to those viewers. That's what you need to do. Identify who your clients are, right? Define your client. Who are you creating content for? What is your ROI to that client? Where are they? Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Instagram? What do they want to know versus what do you want to tell them? When you get in your client's head, you know who your ideal client is. You know where they are. Are they on LinkedIn? Are they on Instagram? What kind of content do you currently create that gets in front of them? Does that appeal to them? Because if you're creating content that does not appeal to your ideal client, it's a waste of time. An example of that would be people that write big, lengthy think pieces on their passion, even though their clients are not interested in that. Rather than finding out what is it that their client needs now, how does my expertise fork into that, and I'm going to create content around that. Content is the primary way you're going to get noticed, and now is the time to start building it out. And that's because everything is virtual. A lot of us are finding right now that we're working harder to get the same kind of traction with their clients. Content is an easy way to short circuit that. If you create content and promote it properly, you're creating that micro media empire that your ideal clients are not only likely to see, but they're likely to share, they're likely to engage with. Now is the time to reignite your hustle and get stuff done. Put aside a little time every day to do something, even if it's just a tweet. You need to do something. It is too easy to do nothing and just complain that nothing is happening. There's 2 things you could do. You can make excuses all day, or you could be getting ready to get ready. I can't create a video because my green screen isn't ready yet. Or I can't create a video because my camera's crap. Well, I'll tell you, your camera's not crap. Every camera's great these days. You can create stuff. You have the time. You can make excuses or you can make content. I'm here to tell you, if you make content, your business is not only going to survive the pandemic, but you are going to thrive, because a lot of people are not going to do that. They're terrified. They're frozen in place to what their business model was last year in 2019. And that is it. That's all I can show you on LinkedIn. Only 10 minutes of video is allowed to be uploaded, but you can watch this entire presentation for free. All you need to do is click on the link up here and register.